So with Velma being out, it has allowed the multitude of shill media websites that are out there, like CBR.com, Screen Rant. These websites like IGN, they're coming out and they're talking about this show, and the only thing that they're talking about is the diversity, equity, and inclusion of the show because they know that everybody is trashing these shows and they're going to try to claim racism as a defense because that's the easiest thing that they can do because it's their trump card, it's their go-to card, it's what allows them to continue breathing, it allows them to continue making content because they make racism based content all the time because that's what they want to do in order to keep themselves afloat. Now apparently cbr.com has come out and stated that HBO Max's Velma offers the best version of Shaggy we've ever seen. And it's because HBO Max, Velma is breaking stereotypes, pushing inclusivity and equality, and ultimately giving its fans the best Shaggy ever. Now, I gotta admit, the shilling for Velma is even hardcore, even for like the most shilling websites like CBR and Screen Rant, even for those guys, it's pretty hardcore. So let's get into the article, guys. This one, of course, comes to us from good old CBR.com. And it says HBO Max's Velma offers the best version of Shaggy 2 episodes in, and HBO Max's Velma is breaking stereotypes, pushing inclusivity and equality, and ultimately it's giving fans the best Shaggy ever. I highly doubt that. In HBO Max's Velma, Mindy Kaling brings the titular detective to life, charting the origins of Mystery Inc. This time, it's not a happy-go-lucky backstory, as it hinges on teenage angst and high school rivalries. However, personal feuds the gang has with each other needs to be set aside quickly because a serial killer comes to town. I love how CBR finds that the super simp version of Shaggy is the best Shaggy ever. And the only reason why they think that is because Shaggy's black. It's the only reason why. Ronaldo Matadine, however you want to say this person's name. How do you look? Let me see. Oh, of course, you have no picture. Let me see. Can I find one? Considering you look like the male version of Mindy Kaling, I'm not going to be surprised by this article whatsoever, Mr. Ronaldo Macho. So it says, this mysterious killer is murdering young women by removing their brains and leaving people suspecting the likes of Velma herself due to how antisocial she is. Even Fred is suspected due to his toxic masculinity and hang-ups, leaving Velma wondering who's truly leading the killing spree and disrupting her community. Notably, Norville Shaggy Rogers gets roped into the investigation as a detective of his own, and while he might not be the overly funny goofball Shaggy fans know, he's actually the best depiction of the character. I'm so surprised that CBR.com thinks that this Shaggy is the best Shaggy to ever exist. I wonder why that is. Why could this be the best Shaggy? Who knows? Most of the iconic Scooby-Doo characters in Velma are reinterpreted as characters of color, with Velma and Daphne having Asian backgrounds. Making the characters racially diverse creates unique opportunities from a storytelling perspective, which is what Shaggy's benefiting from. He's no longer viewed as the white goofball, and according to fans' mileage, a stoner of old. This eliminates the tired tropes and cheesy stereotypes that draped the franchise for decades. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The tired tropes and cheesy stereotypes? This entire show is tired tropes and cheesy stereotypes. This entire show literally bases itself off of that. It says not to knock the past iterations that sold the character on his social awkwardness and humorous antics, but with his dog Scooby, but Velma's mature Shaggy represents the adult fans have never really seen before. Being socially conscious evolves him to great effect, cuts his stigmas down while still honoring his legacy. For example, he tries to expose a drug dealer at school, not to mention he does live streams on the exotic snacks he can find, cultivating a big fan following. Essentially, Shaggy has grown from a boy into a man, then seeking to create positive change using his signature hobbies as a plot driver. How the hell is Super Simp Norville a man in this? Like, these people have a weird idea of what a man is. The fact that they think that Norville, the current iteration of Norville, is going to be, or it should be classified as anything other than a boy, is ridiculous. This guy is not a man at all. He's a super simp. He's simping over Velma that is mean as hell to him because he has nothing better to do. He thinks lowly of himself, clearly. It says another major selling point about Velma's new Shaggy is that he's brave yet nervous like his older takes. Outside of using his camera and colleagues at the school newspaper to find the monsters harming teens' health, his bravery and vulnerability appear the most in his love life as he crushes on Velma. He even tries to become a bounty hunter to make money and help Velma fight find her missing mom, hilariously botching it, until people who love his show help him out. It proves Shaggy is a local celebrity, giving him the pomp and circumstance he's never had before. Thankfully, he survived, speaking to how he bungled up cases in the past and came off afraid. In this case, his vulnerability is not of the mind, but of the heart. Still, this Shaggy is a mentally healthy person in terms of balancing emotions. This is mostly observed in the scene where he spots Velma kissing Daphne and doesn't lose it. Instead, he remembers their fun dynamic, and his unrequited love forgets about getting her to notice him and accepts she can choose who she wants to be with. He recognized Velma's love couldn't be bought. Did they watch the same show that we watched? Like, I don't know if these people watch the same show or if they're purposefully looking at it from a completely different lens. They have to be, because this is not the same show. The fact that you think the original show had tired tropes and stereotypes that are just worn out, but then you bring so many stereotypes and tired tropes into this show as if it's not like there. I don't know why you would even think or even say that. That's just odd to me. This show literally is based off of horrible stereotypes, and it's through and through. So I don't know. I guess because those stereotypes are making fun of white men, so I guess it's okay. You know, as long as Fred is the one who's getting the bunt of the jokes, everything is fine. So it says, ultimately, this kind of Shaggy that could end up leading the gang once they work out their kinks, he can end up creating a proper Mystery Inc. investigation agency, selflessly helping his friends and the town with their problems in a take on what modern media should be doing. So it's very clear that CBR.com only cares about this part right here, modern media. That's what they want. By modern media, it means that they don't want any white characters. They want POC characters. They want mostly POC characters. And any white characters that they do put in the show have to be stupid, have to be useless, have to be dumb. That's how they want to portray them. And the POC characters have to be smart, have to be strong. They have to be the leaders. They have to be the reason why the show is moving forward in the first place. That's what they want. And that's what they think Norville is, which is hilarious because Norville is anything but that. He is not strong. He is not confident. I don't know where they get that from. And he's basically up his own ass trying to get Velma's attention the entire 2 episodes that we have so far. So unless he has a drastic change, I don't know how anything they said makes any sort of sense. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.